Feature Friday.
The freshest. Okay, so I'm super excited for this. This is Charice singing The Prayer with David Foster on the piano and the Canadian Tenors just literally just chilling in the background.
I have no idea who they are. This is my first time.
Let me introduce you to the party people.
Nice.
Okay, yes.
So that's 12 strings.
Don't know, I didn't pay attention.
Come on, lower in the screen, please.
And watch us where we go, and help us to be one.
So much talent in such a little person.
He's not the tallest. He's one of the best singers.
Let this be our when we lose our way.
Gorgeous, gorgeous.
Lead us to your place. Guide us with your grace.
Oh, lovely, lovely.
To a place where we'll be safe.
Yeah, she's just easy. Holy shit.
Pray we'll find
So tall as well.
and told it all.
My God.
Won't it shine?
Oh my God.
Oh, nice chemistry.
Like shadows fill the
Oh my God, this man's voices. Voices.
Oh, what the fuck, dude? Oh, that's crazy, bro. Of course, man. Fuck, it's too much, so much to handle, dude. Oh, give me a second. Holy moly.
This is overwhelming. Overwhelming. That's the only word I can probably describe.
And
Like,
there's-
how do you break down a performance like that?
and there's
How
so
do-
much
how do
to
you?
break down, right? But it is one of those performances we sort of feel like, I think the performance speaks enough for itself.
100%.
You know?
Right.
I have to say this. Even the way one of the gentlemen holds the microphone.
Yeah, even the way they handle. Yeah. No, the way they handle the microphones, the way they stand, the way they
Postures.
deliver, the way they use the back anchoring is like nuts. And then you have somebody who is so freaking vocally gifted as Charice, right? Playing such an important role because she's the brightness of that's given to this vocal dynamics, right? She's the brightness that is needed in this song, but she doesn't do it classically like a classical singer would, which makes the whole performance like 10 times even more difficult from a modernist contemporary type singer, right? Because reaching those notes, belting, and like on a more contemporary basis type of singing is like 10 times more difficult than if you flipped into your classical or lyrical singing, right? Because the larynx will naturally aid the lift, and it wouldn't be such a task physically speaking. But the fact that she's just standing there delivering those notes in such an effortless way, backed up with four amazing tenors, is like, whoa, you know?
Those fellas, what the hell, dude?
Wow, I mean,
Damn.
what the hell?
It's very interesting just there in that picture. Put it up.
Please?
Like, even the way they stand, like that back anchoring you're saying, and that
Yeah,
sort of like.
look at this guy over here. He's putting his whole back into it. And, like, you see how his neck is not
Can they see
out
your
of
mouse?
Yeah. They
Can
can,
they?
right? Yeah, they can. So, see this?
Yeah, they can.
In this part, even his neck is not out of line, so he's not even reaching too far back either. So he's also angling his jaw slightly front and tilting it upwards as well. So it's giving both tilting of the larynx and back and neck anchoring to reach whatever note he's trying to go for. And then you see this guy who has a lot of right under the arms. By the rib cage, he's anchoring that way, so he's expanding his lower tummy, so it gets a bit more freedom in whatever note he's doing.
He was doing the harmonies, the higher harmonies in the.
I doubt he's doing anything highly demanding here. I think this guy over here is delivering more, exerting more energy than.
So what's that
than
fella
this
in
guy.
the left?
And
Far
this.
left. Far left.
No, this actually is expressing a lot of high neck tension and anchoring as well, which leads me to believe that there's a lot of higher range notes in there.
No.
Here is just more passion. This is more because he's giving forward. You see, he's not anchoring back. He's giving
I
forward.
love it all
It's
their
more-
names. Hold on a second.
This is fantastic. This is like freaking insanity. And then you see her. She's just belting. It's belting. You can even see it by her anchoring like on the intercostal muscles over here. Pretty dope. I like it.
So it's Clifton Murray,
Okay.
Fraser Walters, oh god, Remigio
Uh-huh.
Pereira,
Oh, nice.
and Victor Micallef. Apologies. And then there's another tall fella, Joey Niceforo.
Oh, nice.
So I'm reckon some of them may have like Italian heritage, or
Well, Efra, these are
'Cause of those surnames,
incredible
right?
singers, and they're
Pereira,
Italian,
that's more like Portuguese or like Brazilian, Latin,
yeah.
right? Nico, what's the word guys?
This is amazing. They're
Because why choose
incredible.
to sing this? It's like, what? How the hell did you end up singing this?
Well, classical singers, you find love in the bizarre, weirdest of places.
True. I don't know if it's weird, but it's definitely
The most
bizarre.
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
it's not something that you just get encouraged to do as you grow up.
No, that's
You
true.
know what I
that's
mean?
True.
So I wonder. I always wonder when you get those like the Pavarottis, the Bocellis, the Dimashes. It's like how
When
How
in your
and
life?
why?
Yeah.
you know what? Why did you choose that path
Yes.
when literally virtually no one does?
Yep. Yeah. I agree.
You know. So I that always strikes me.
Yeah. Oh, that tilting is beautiful.
And now he's what the hell? Wow.
Modulation is beautiful.
Give us faith so we'll be
Oh,
has to be one of the best collaborations like ever on TV. That, without a doubt.
What?
Yeah, that is crazy. That has to be one of the best collaborations I think on TV like ever made.
I love how David Foster is like back here, like looking smug and proud. It's like,
Sure, right? He's like the
Yeah.
father of that creation there.
Yes, yes.
And props to all the
Like,
musicians there. That
what?
is awesome. It's so like it's crazy. Like just the level of musicality and musicians alone, like to be able to perform to that perfection, bro. Because there's so many members, so many things can go wrong.
The
Obviously,
composition is so musically intricate.
they're perfectionists, right? That's the
Yes.
bizarre thing that I've noticed. Is like all these musicians, they're all anomalies. Like
Yes, yes.
none of them are normal. They
No, I
don't. They
agree.
don't suit the normal like.
Musician standard.
No, they're outstanding, right?
Yeah.
They really outclass the crowd, and that's how you. That's a dream team, right? Like every time you see an orchestra like that at that level, or a big band at that level, it's a dream team. It's like it doesn't happen just by rehearsing a lot. No, it's you've chosen the best of the best, and then you've put them in a team together,
yeah.
and then you've worked as the best, rehearsed like the best,
Mhm.
and then you come out with
The
the
best.
the best possible product you could put out, or the best
Yeah.
best piece you could put out.
I agree. I think it's
Like, it doesn't just happen by chance.
no anything. No, nothing that we watched just now. It was done by chance at all. Everything was clinically cut and mastered. And you know, it's so refreshing and incredibly like inspiring to watch the craft being done and delivered at such a standard, like such a high professional, like nearly unreachable standard, because it like you know it ignites that hunger to be better for as a musician, as a performer. You always want to strive for that perfectionism, like to this
Yeah, that performance was
standard.
perfect.
It's
Like
freaking
pinpoint
nuts.
perfect.
I'm kind of babbling right now because I don't even know how to like really express what my brain is trying to tell me, but it's insane.
I've been thinking like maybe that's why classical genres and the orchestras and this type of musical pieces, like that's why they utilize them during the most epic scenarios, and they depict the biggest and best or worst moments of history in humanity. Not only because of their complexity, but also because you know that moment we were talking about the other day. It's like when you perform live, say it's pop, R&B, whatever you do, Latin music, like we used to. There's always a moment of like divinity that it might happen. You never know when.
Yeah,
It might do, and everything's perfect, and the crowd is in the perfect state.
everybody's aligned.
Everything flows.
Yeah.
Oh, hello. You kind of reach. You kind of reach that flow state on like a camera, and everything just flows, and there is also a feel of divinity in the air of
Yeah.
this untapped source of power that everyone can sort of comprehend for a period of 3 minutes or 4.
That's right.
Right, but in orchestra or classical or lyrical singing or these sort of musical pieces, that seems to happen more often.
Yeah.
During those pieces,
You
I
know
feel.
why? It's because it's the maximum expression of emotion.
Sure, I also feel it's because of what I've just mentioned before. I think it's because they really are masters at the craft of recreating that experience.
Yeah.
Because you literally need everything to be perfect for that. So there's no luck involved. That's why when I look at like if you want to look at who do you want to be like or who do you admire the most, it's like but you can literally name me anyone who's been part of any classical production or orchestra or a composer like David Foster, someone like that's it. He won. Like that's what music attempts to do.
Yeah.
And that's what you attempt to create, the experience as a musician or as a creator. That kind of like, yeah, I guess it's artificial divinity. You're trying to create
So
it, right?
it's like bottled up divinity.
Yeah, so
Yes,
that then
okay, I
everyone
got
can
it.
experience it. But I feel like in that genre, for some reason, they do it. But I think it's because of that. Because everyone involved in that project is not normal.
Yeah, and no, and I actually think like if you think about it, each ingredient for this liquid divinity is perfectly measured, and plastered on music sheets.
Yeah.
To always be replicated. So yeah, no, it makes
You
sense.
see what I mean?
like, yeah, I like
'cause,
that
like
analogy.
someone like me
That's
would have to
great.
rely on a bit of luck,
Yes, of
right?
course.
Because I've thought about it hard. Like, why did that moment
Rely
was
on
like that?
muscle memory. Rely on the atmosphere of the
I wouldn't
environment.
count muscle memory as luck.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I would think it is. Not luck, but it is one of the things that you fall back when you're very comfortable.
Yes.
So
Yes, but even with all of that, there's still that thing missing that either comes or it doesn't,
Yeah.
right? And that's what makes the whole experience full,
yeah.
right? Because you can be a great performer, that's fine, that can happen. But it's that special moment, like what we just experienced here, right? That's different, and it does feel like you're literally listening to the doors of heaven opening up.
That's right.
If
yes, I
anything was
agree.
gonna sound like that, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I just feel it's because of how much of an anomaly they all are anyways.
Yeah.
Like all of these people are outstanding individuals. They when you combine anomaly, outstanding and outstanding, excellence with excellence, maybe that's the key to divinity, right?
Yeah,
I
well,
don't
there
know.
you
I
go.
have no idea. But anyways, let us know what you think about it. And do remember, feel free to tell us what you thought about the performance and what else we should check out next.
Yes.
It could be either from the Canadian Tenors. I love them. I'm a fan.
Yeah, they're incredible.
Or Charice. And do remember you can purchase your merchandise in the Future Friday store, and that supports the reactions like this and the podcast.